everybody, welcome back to Chill Vibes Only. Today we are going to be doing some yoga for flexibility. So flexibility is something a lot of people who I practice yoga with or I teach are always trying to improve. So this is a great little practice you can incorporate into your everyday routine or at least once a week to help improve your flexibility. So with that being said, let's get started. So we're going to start today actually in a child's pose. Bringing our knees nice and wide here. Toes can stay flat or tucked under. We'll begin to sink our hips back. So really trying to sink your hips way back into your heels. Let your shoulders drop. This is a nice stretch for our inner thighs, our inner hips here. So just breathing here. We'll start with a couple conscious breaths. So inhaling through the nose, feeling our ribs expand, and then exhale through the nose, sinking in a little bit more. Inhaling, belly, ribs expand. Exhaling, releasing. Then on your next inhale, begin to walk your right palm underneath your left, reaching that right palm as far as you can over, letting your right cheek come towards the mat here. Just coming into a little stretch for our right side. So left arm is planted down in front of you, right arm is looped under. Taking a couple breaths here. Awesome. And then we'll begin to bring that right palm back, taking a breath in center in our child's pose, and then begin to walk that left arm underneath the right. Left cheek comes to the mat. Again, really plant down through that right palm. Still focusing on sinking our hips back towards our heels. Nice big breaths here. Awesome. We'll come back to center. We're going to shoot our hips up. Bring our knees back underneath our hips so they're hip distance apart, and then we're going to walk our hands forward, coming into our puppy pose here. So our hips are over our knees, our chest is melting down towards the mat. This is a great stretch for your shoulders. You can bring your forehead to the mat or your chin. Your toes can be tucked under or flat, whatever feels most natural to you here. And just breathing into this nice shoulder stretch, opening up the heart. We're also working on our back flexibility here, the range of motion we have in our spine. For people who aren't camel posers, this is a great alternative, easy back bend for you to do. Awesome. We'll take one more breath here. Exhaling. Beautiful. We'll slowly begin to walk our palms back up. Awesome. And we're going to come into a downward facing dog. So in our downward facing dog, you can walk your feet out. Walk one foot out, then the other. Just opening up the backs of your legs here, or stretching out the backs of your legs here. Nice and easy. And then we'll slowly begin to walk forward, hanging in our forward fold. And we're going to do a little bit of a breath exercise here in our forward fold because breath is a really big key to flexibility. So on your inhale, I want you to find length. And then exhale, bend your knees, fold over your legs, drop your head, tuck your head in. So on our inhales, we're looping our belly in and up, we're finding space, and then our exhales, we're sinking in a little bit deeper to our forward fold. So inhaling, finding length, Exhale, folding in. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, find length. Exhale, fold in. One more time, inhale, find length. Exhale, fold in. Awesome. This time staying in our forward fold. You can grab opposite elbows here, but really bend your knees as much as you need to get that belly towards your thighs. This is going to be really opening up the flexibility in your hamstrings, so just breathe with it, be with it. Send your breath to those tight places in your body, knowing that everything is temporary. This is just one moment. Just be here for it. Embrace it. One more deep breath in here. Exhale. Awesome. And then we'll slowly begin to roll and rise all the way up. One vertebrae at a time. Nice and easy. Looping our shoulders up and down and back. Awesome. Standing in our Tadasana. Setting our intention. We can bring our hands up. Nice big stretch. Exhale through heart center. Focusing in on that intention here. So maybe your intention today is to use your breath to help increase your flexibility. Maybe your intention here today is to listen to your body. So if we go into a place that doesn't work for you, to kind of ease out. Maybe your intention today is to be patient, knowing that you might not reach your depth, but this is a journey and you'll get there eventually. So whatever your intention is, set it now. Bring some meaning into our practice today. Beautiful. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, interlace your fingers, point your fingers up to the sky. We're going to come into a side bend here. So inhale, really reach up. Exhale, begin to point your fingers over towards the right side, trying to keep your hips and shoulders square here. Your neck is long. On your inhales, you find length, and then exhales, maybe you sink a little bit deeper into that right side. You should feel a nice stretch along your left side body here. We'll take 2 more breaths. Inhale, find length. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper into that side. Inhale, find length. Exhale, a little bit deeper. Stay for 1 more breath. Awesome. Come up to center. I know I said 2 breaths when I added 3 there, but that's okay. Sometimes we have to stay for 1 more breath. I just felt it in my body there. So listening to your body, honoring where you're at. We'll come into the left side now. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, over to the left. Again, shoulders are square, hips are square. Inhale, find length. Exhale, reach. Our thighs are nice and engaged here. Grounding down through the 4 corners of the feet. 2 more breaths. Inhale, find length. Exhale, reach. 1 more breath. Inhale, find length. Exhale, reach, and we'll stay for that last breath. I know I said 2, but just stay for 1 more. Awesome. We'll inhale back up to center. Hands come to heart center. Beautiful work, guys. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold down. This time we'll walk our feet a little bit wider than hip distance. We're going to find our gorilla pose. So with your peace fingers, wrap them around your big toes. Inhale, find length. Exhale, begin to fold down into your thighs, letting your head drop, elbows come wide. Really pull up on your toes and use that restriction and that pull to pull you deeper into the fold. Again, we're trying to get our bellies towards our thighs, so bend your knees as much as you need to. If you have tight hamstrings here, this one's going to be quite intense for you, so just breathe with it. We won't be here for too long. Again, inhaling, finding length. Exhale, folding in. Inhale, find length. Exhale, fold in. Awesome, one more breath. Inhale, find length. Exhale, fold in. You can release your toes. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold, beautiful. Begin to walk your feet out onto into 45-degree angles. We're gonna come into our yogi squat or malasana. So elbows come in to meet your inner thighs. Hands are at heart center. Sit up nice and tall here. Opening up again through our inner thighs. Breathing here in our yogi squat. This is a great stretch for your lower back. You can close your eyes here or keep them open, whatever works for you. Awesome. And then we'll find a little bit of movement here. So inhaling, dropping our left palm down, right arm reaches up, open up through that shoulder. Exhale, right palm comes down, left arm reaches up, opening up that chest, beautiful. Exhaling, left hand comes down, inhale, right arm reaches up. Awesome. Exhaling, right palm comes down. Find your way onto your seat. Have your soles of your feet touching, knees can come out wide. You can have your feet as far out in front of you as you need to, or as close as you want. The closer they are to your pelvis, the more intense it will be. I kind of like having it in the middle, just making a little diamond shape. So really ground out through your sit bones here, let your knees drop out wide. If you have blocks, you can always place blocks under your knees here to help support your thighs. Sit up nice and tall. Give yourself a little foot massage here. Just check in with how you're feeling. Maybe check back in with that intention that you set. Just taking a moment here for yourself. Awesome. We'll inhale, sit up nice and tall, and then exhale. We'll slowly start to fold over our legs, letting our forehead come towards our toes. You can bring your arms underneath your thighs here if that works for you, or simply just stay lightly holding your toes, letting your forehead drop. This is a yin, more of a yin posture, so you can let your back round as much as you need to here. And then we'll focus on our breath. So never coming to your peak right away, but instead finding that little bit, that place where I guess it feels a little bit uncomfortable, but you can still sit and be, and then working towards your peak and your edge. So inhaling some fresh energy in, some space into the body, and then exhale, let something else go so you can sink a little bit deeper. Inhaling and exhaling. Maybe noticing if on every exhale your forehead gets a little bit closer towards your toes. Working with the breath here. We'll take 3 more conscious breaths. So inhaling for 2, 3, 4, 5. Pausing for 1, 2. Exhaling for 2, 3, 4, 5. Pausing for 1, 2. Inhaling for 2, 3, 4, 5. Pausing for 1, 2. Exhaling for 2, 3, 4, 5. Pausing for 1, 2. One more breath. Inhaling for 2, 3, 4, 5. Pausing for 1, 2. Exhaling for 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome job, everyone. Slowly begin to unravel. You can roll yourself up. Extend your legs out long in front of you, shake them out. Bend your knees as much as you need to here. If you have a pillow, you might want to place it underneath your knees. We'll inhale, reach our arms up. Exhale, begin to fold over your thighs. You might grab your feet, you might not. It's totally fine. You can have your arms resting here. If you do grab your feet, maybe you begin to walk your heels out a little bit more. Again, this is more about creating space in our hamstrings, so really rolling our shoulders down away from our ears, bending your knees as much as you need to get your belly towards your thighs. Inhaling, we'll find length, and then exhale, pull yourself in, sink a little bit deeper. Looking at our toes, we want to look forward because we want to go forward, so inhaling, finding length. Exhale, folding a little bit deeper. And knowing that if you can't touch your toes today, that's okay. There's no rule in yoga that says you have to touch your toes. Just simply being here in this moment in your body, honoring where you're at. We'll take one more breath in here. Exhaling. Awesome. Releasing your feet. We'll find our way over towards our back. So lying down on our back here, we're gonna thread the needle, but we'll take a little bit of a leg stretch first. So inhale, reach your right leg up into the air. You can flex that right foot. Just roll your ankle around here. Flexing and pointing the foot. Maybe you roll it in one direction and then in the other. And then when you're ready, we'll flex that foot, making sure it's flexed to protect your knee. Cross it over your left knee. This might be where you stay, working on grounding your shoulders down into the mat. Chin is slightly tucked. Or you might start to lift that left leg off the ground, interlacing your hands behind your left thigh. Pulling in, you're feeling the stretch here in our outer right hip. Maybe you grab your left shin. Whatever works for you here. Whatever feels good in your body. Keeping that chin tucked, breathing. Noticing if you're holding any tension in your face or in your jaw, can you let that go? Noticing if your mind starts to wander here, can you bring it back? And take one more breath in. Exhale, release that foot. Awesome. This time we'll reach our left leg up into the air, flexing our left leg, and we can start to, again, make circles with our ankle. And I guess we weren't flexing our left leg, flexing our left foot. So pointing, flexing, doing whatever feels nice in your foot. And then we'll flex it as we come into our thread the needle on the other side, bringing that left foot across our right knee, interlacing our fingers behind our right thigh, if that's where you want to go with it. Again, listening to your body, honoring where you're at. I really want you to focus on the connection of your shoulders and the back of your head to the mat. You don't want to be crunched up here. You want to be relaxed. So really focus on that connection. Maybe you start to interlace your fingers around your shin if you have the space. But if not, that's okay. Just honoring where you're at, honoring your body. We hold on to so much tension that comes up throughout our days, with things going on in our life, and that tension shows up as tightness in our body. So really being gentle with yourself here, working through all of that. It's not going to happen in one yoga video, but over time, coming back to these stretches and coming back to yourself and your body, you can slowly start to open yourself up more to a little bit more space. and a little bit less tension and a little bit more joy. But that takes time, so just honoring the journey. Take one more breath in here. Hold it for the exhale. Awesome. We'll release our legs. You can windshield wiper your knees, left and then right. And for our last pose, I'll give you the option. You can either bring your knees into your chest and grab opposite elbow, or squeeze yourself into the smallest ball possible and hang out here and work to getting your tailbone down towards the mat. Or you can come up into your happy baby, so you are grabbing the outsides of your feet with your palms, trying to draw your knees in towards your armpits, grounding that tailbone down towards the mat, shoulders down towards the mat. Maybe you can rock if you're in, well, I guess if you're in both poses, maybe you rock side to side to massage out your spine. Maybe you just stay in stillness. Awesome. We'll take one more breath in wherever you are. And then exhale, slowly releasing into our Shavasana, into your final rest, letting your legs come wide, letting your body sink in and absorb all of those great stretches you just did. Knowing that you can always come back to this to find some space in the body whenever you're feeling tense or tight. You can always come back to your body, come back to your breath, and find a little bit of ease. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Namaste.